Welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and here's what's happening in our territory. Police have now identified the latest homicide victim on St. Thomas. The victim, 39-year-old Richard Walker, was found dead near Jaw Yard with multiple gunshot wounds and his hands tied behind his back. Police are asking anyone who has any information on this homicide to call the Investigation Bureau, 715-5554. or 911. In other news, former delegate to Congress Victor Frazer is back in the territory. News Channel 8's Wes Small has the story.
I'm with an old friend today, Victor Frazer, and of course he was our delegate to Congress a few years ago. He's back here now in the territory, and first of all I want to say welcome back, sir. It's always a pleasure to see you. And you got a serious look on your face. What are some, come on now, lighten up, it's Friday. What are some of the issues, Congressman, that you see foremost in our territory? What are some of the major things when you got off the plane that you saw is hitting our territory?
The economy, foremost the economy. We are limited in our opportunities simply because we're an island. We just can't get in our car and drive from New York to New Jersey to Connecticut. And job opportunities aren't as plentiful here as they are in other places. For me, it's very important to get with the governor, the legislature, and to put an agenda to bring into this territory new job opportunities. But more importantly, when we invite new job opportunities, I think it must be with an understanding, especially when we are giving tax benefit and EDC benefits, that they recognize that it's going to be responsible. We must mandate that you hire locals, and not just in sweeping the floor, but in managerial position with the ability to grow, because too often we have given these incentives to businesses and they've hired residents at the lower end of the corporate rug without any opportunities to rise. Also, what's in everybody's mind? The price of gasoline.
Yes.
The price of gasoline is just unacceptable. Particularly the disparity with prices between St. Croix and the prices between St. Thomas and St. John. My understanding, I'm made to believe that the explanation that we should find acceptable is the gasoline prices at St. Croix are lower than St. Thomas, St. John because it can go directly from Hess to the service station, but that our gasoline goes from Puerto Rico to St. Thomas to St. John. And my question is, if we are barging oil, or if Hovenza is barging its oil to Whopper directly from St. Croix to St. Thomas, why can't gasoline go the same way? And I have not accepted the high price of gasoline. I have not accepted the high price of oil that's going to Whopper. And I have not accepted us being geared to point fingers at Whopper for the high price of electricity, which trickles down to the high price of utilities, the high price of food, the high price of almost everything, because Whopper's bills are high. We have to be made to understand Whopper's bills are high because Whopper is being forced to buy high-priced oil. Hovenza's been here getting millions and hundreds of millions of dollars in tax benefit. They ought to be giving back something to the territory. And I was asked by others, are you saying that in fact Hovenza should be offering Whopper oil at low prices? Yes, it should, because they're getting all this tax benefit.
Yes.
And if in fact they're not going to be a good corporate citizen, they're not going to give back something in return for the tax benefit they're having, then we should renegotiate the contract. And if they don't want to be agreeable to that, take back our tax incentives. We can't just sit here forever being run over by corporations who insist that we're getting the best that they have to offer. We're not getting the best from Hovenza, and folks have to start looking at Hovenza as the cause of their high electric prices, the high telephone prices, rates, the high cable rates, all as a result of Whopper having to pay for that high price oil.
Okay. And how about education? How about crime and the cruise ships? I know it's a lot to say in just a couple of minutes, but what about those issues?
In the issue of education, I think we have to start recognizing that education is the best thing that we can give our children, and we ought not to shortchange them. And I think when teachers are treated as less than professionals that they are, not just in the way they're treated in their pay because they're overworked and underpaid, as are most teachers, but we have a higher cost of living here. I think teachers need a realistic pay, commensurate with the cost of living in these islands. And the teachers and the educational system ought to be provided with the tools necessary to assure success of our children.
Thank you very much. Victor Frazer, he's back. And I appreciate this interview, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.